The spring of 2018 was the spring that never was. During the time that is traditionally your classic steelhead fishing, it was just winter. I mean, just dead of winter. There was a few warm days where you get a little bit of a melt, but then it would just go right back to cold and snowy. And that's the problem with trying to time a migration of animals well ahead of time. It's virtually impossible because there's so many factors that are involved that you can't just base it off of the time of year because there's always other factors. There's always other plans that Mother Nature has, and this was one of those years, and I had time off during a set time, and had fishing around the Upper Peninsula for steelhead just was not happening. So me and Tucker went south into Wisconsin. We started fishing rivers that were kind of off the beaten path, just smaller rivers and away from towns and stuff. We kind of were hoping to find some steelhead there, but that fishing a new river is just engulfed in a litany of problems. I guess there's just so many factors that you know and that you figure out even just from the first time fishing that save you a mountain of time the next time you fish it, because sometimes you end up fishing a mediocre hole for a long time when there's a way better hole just a little bit upriver. And sometimes it's the complete opposite. You hike upriver and upriver expecting to find these grandiose, glorious holes that you can just get these beautiful long drifts out of, and sometimes they're just not there and you spend all day hiking for no reason. But either way, we could not buy a bite. So we decided to fish those rivers that you hear about, the famed rivers that run right through the heart of a city or a town that get just exceptional runs of steelhead. We figured we'd focus on those rivers, but it was the same story. We could not buy a bite. So eventually, after miles of hiking, hours of fishing, sun up to sundown, sore shoulders, we were just like, we gotta do something. So we went as far south as possible to Racine, Wisconsin, the famed Root River. And we fished that evening down there, and it was the same thing. We could not get a bite. We woke up the next morning with our hopes in the gutters, expecting the same thing, and it was just like somebody flipped a switch.
We hooked up. Right when I stop fishing, he gets one. Holy crap, that's a nice one. This is a huge one, isn't it? Should I grab you, God?
Oh no, it is hooked still, though. It was just hooked in the ass too with that top fly.
Oh. Oh.
Start recording. Let me get this hook out here and I'll hold it up.
When should I take the picture? Yeah. Should I just leave it here? Do you want me to hold it?
Can't hold it. Still got a little more spunk to it.
Is it a bigger one? Or?
No. Oh, it's probably
Screaming. Screaming. Oh shoot.
This one's got way more spunk in it.
Just for the record, he told me to retie so that he could have the only line in the water. That right there, folks, is a rainbow. Is it the females or the males that get the gnarly jaws sometimes?
Nails.
This thing is not gonna come in like the last one.
There he comes. There we go. Yeah, this guy's been up the river a while, actually. Flip it to manual again. Actually.
They say it's a happy medium until you hook into a big one.
decent Lake Michigan tributary steelhead while she's still squirting.
You could just net it too if you want. If you don't mind if we use that net, that'd be awesome.
go ahead.
Yeah, Tucker, you want to just net it so you can keep fishing? We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Oh no, we don't ate. Had Billy lunch. I know, it was a big lunch.
This thing's a toad
The toad?
running against the current like there's a freaking madman. Let it do its thing for a while in this current, let it fight the current for a while, and then we'll try landing down there. Oh my. Oh boy. Yeah. Poured the coals to him too much. Got the hook. Cool. The thing had some spunk to it. I was just forcing way too much. It sucks with all these people around you just try to keep her out of their shit and you end up fucking forcing them.
Decent fish, 10 pounds or so.
Tucker had the unique ability to hook a fish anytime the camera was not rolling or the battery would just die and he would hook a fish.
Got light line, so I don't want to force it.
Not long after he hooked this one, this guy figured he'd take it upon himself to land the fish for him.
Yeah, you snagged them.
Oh shoot. Maybe I did have a snake and then when I got out of my snake I hooked him.
Yeah, it's big.
Of course my first steelhead on the flying rod is super smooth.
It happened. It happened a lot.
He figured Tucker had snagged that fish because there's a nymph back there laying on the fish, but there was an egg pattern on there too, but it just snapped off when he netted it.
Look at the size of that freaking thing, huh?
Yeah, I can't even put my hand around its tail.
The thing is a toad. Big.
Big.
Jeez.
10-pound fish.
Yeah, for a male, it's a big fish. He'll go, there he goes. Give him a little shove and he'll see ya. Did it feel good to fight one for longer than 3 seconds?
A little bit.
Oh, snapped it off. Fuck. I was putting way too much force on it. I dropped the little thread things, of course. Those little things for these one bobbers. Never thought I'd say this in my life, but thankfully there's pavement here.
Might be a sucker. That might be the only thing in here today.
Yeah, sucker definitely starting to run, unfortunately. Snap the lines, you son of a Ah, classic. We've done that so much these last couple days. That one? Is it? Tucker's hooked up here. Of course the battery died right before I missed his hook set, but nice. There we go. Heck yeah. Let me take a couple pictures quick. Got him? I just hit record too late. Big. Yeah, it's 6 pound, you have to play them.
If this even is 6 pounds. Shoot, I go for the side.
There's some pictures. Probably super low now there. Last attempt at lacing into a steelhead.
Troy needs to today. He's kind of dusting it. I guess I can't say
What?
anything after yesterday.
Oh, brother. Wah, 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 wah. Snapped it. Snapped as snap can be. Is that the last fly we leave the Root River?
Yeah.
We sacrificed enough flies.
I don't even have any left.
You'd think with the amount of flies that we sacrificed to this river, it would have gave us some more, you know, what would you call it? Some more gifts? I don't know. Yeah, it was fun though. It was sweet that we finally found some steelhead after all that time. Well, goodbye, Root River in Racine.
Too much cannabis.
I don't know about you, but some China buffet is calling my name.
Well, yeah, that China buffet was actually decent.
It's a different one though, we're in a different town.
Keep forgetting. Yeah, I could go for some China food right now.
That's racist.
How is that racist? You saying it's racist is probably making it racist. Go for some sesame chicken.
You still have it like that. But I figured out how to actually flip it up. Even if you're yanking your strike indicator up, it doesn't matter because your flies, when you have line bowled like this, your flies are back here like this. All this line and shit, it's all pulling your flies. And so even if your bobber kind of flips up a little bit and goes up current, it doesn't really fuck with those flies down there at all because they're down here like this and it flips up and then they end up just kind of falling back and then you end up, it's all perfect. Like if you watch it, good clear currents, clear water, you can watch it like, and even if you can actually have a decent amount of movement, you'll still move those flies a little bit, but it's just like a little twitch and then they go back to their own thing. Whereas when you just like, your flies just go.
Oh, my lips. So chapped.
Alright.